नानक की प्रभ बेनती अपनी भगति लाए। सोठ महला पंजवा कर दूजा अष्टपदियां एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद। पाठ पढ़ियो और वेद विचारियो निवल पुयंगम साधे। पंच जना स्यों संग न छुटक्यो अधिक अहम बुध बादे। प्यारे इन बिद मिलन न जाई मैं किए कर्म अनेका। हार पड़ियो स्वामी का द्वार दीजै बुद्ध विवेका रहाओ। मौन पयो कर पाती रहो नगन फिरयो बन माही। तट तीरथ सब धरती प्रम्यो दुविधा छुटकै नाही। ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਜੀ ਨਵਾਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਫਤਿਹ ਦੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਣੀ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਪਾਰ ਰਹਿਮਤ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਪੰਚਮ ਪਿਤਾ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦਾ ਉਚਾਰਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਤੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਅੰਗ 641 ਤੇ ਸੁਭਾਇਮਾਨ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੇ ਰੰਗਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਲੋਕ ਵੀ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਚਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਰਾਜੇ, ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਸ਼ਾਲੀ ਇਨਸਾਨ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੇ ਰੰਗਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨੇ ਖਚ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਬਰਬਾਦ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਚੰਗੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਵਸਤਰ ਪਹਿਨਣੇ, ਇਸਤਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਭੋਗ ਕਰਨੇ, ਹੋਰ ਕਈ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੇ ਭੋਗ ਕਰਨੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਸੁੱਖ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਨਰਕ ਦਾ ਦੁਆਰ ਹੈ। ਰਾਜ ਲੀਲਾ ਰਾਜਨ ਕੀ ਰਚਨਾ ਕਰਿਆ ਹੁਕਮ ਅਫਾਰਾ ਸੇਜ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਚੰਦਨ ਚੋਆ ਨਰਕ ਘੋਰ ਕਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ। ਨਰਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਘੋਰ ਦੁਆਰ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਜੋ ਤੱਤ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਕੀਰਤ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ। ਸ਼ੁਭ ਸਿਰ ਕਰਮਨ ਕੈ ਕਰਮਾ ਕੋਹ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਿਸ ਭਇਓ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਜਿਸ ਪੂਰਬ ਲਿਖੇ ਕਾ ਲਹਿਣਾ। ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਰਹਿਮਤ ਕਰਨ। ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਅੱਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਤੇ ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ ਕਰੀਏ ਕਿ ਮਾਲਕਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੀਰਤ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਹਰ ਕੀਰਤ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੀਰਤੀ ਕਰੀਏ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਰਮਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਟ ਕਰਮ ਹੈ, ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ। So today's Hukamnama is blessing from Sachkhand Sri Harimandir Sahib, composition of Dhan Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Guru Maharaj has given us the instructions to sing the Hukamnama in Rag Sorat. Rag Sorat helps us to focus our mind. It's a very melodious tune of the music that creates the calm and cheerful mood. Hukamnama is placed in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj on Ang 641. Beat of the accompanying jodi tabla, which are essentially drums, needs to be the second house. Hukamnama has 8 parts to it, which is highlighted by the fact Astpadiyan in the heading of the Hukamnama. Ast means eight, Padiya means parts. In today's Hukamnama, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj has covered all the aspects of life, various kind of people who are religious, very powerful, but although being religious and have the power and authority doesn't help them to unite with God. And what is the reason? Guru Maharaj elaborates on that. So if we follow Guru's guidelines, we have possibility and chance to realize God in this life. So first of all, Guru Maharaj starts with the scholars, religious scholars who read a lot of scriptures. Question is, are they going to be liberated? Are they going to be able to achieve union with God? So let's find out. पाठ पढ़ियो और वेद विचार्यो निवल भयंगम साधे. Path means lesson. Padyo means to study. Ved means the religious scriptures. Vicharya means to contemplate. Nival Vayangam. These are the postures of yogic practices. Nival is Kundalini nerve at the back of the spine, which yogis through yoga try to straighten up so that they can get their breath to the 10th gate in the brain. And by doing so, they have that enjoyment. And nivel means to clean inside of the body by putting water through the nostrils, taking it out from the mouth, and reverse it. And also, people put threads through their nostrils to clean up inside. But does that help to realize God? That is the question. So, Guru Maharaj covers those practices. Reading the scriptures, even contemplating those, doesn't guarantee or doesn't help in realization of God. Why? पंच जना स्यों संग न छुटक्यो अधिक aham बुद्ध बाधे. Panch means five, jana means passions. Panch jan, the five passions which are lust, anger, greed, attachment of maya, and pride. If after reading the scriptures, one is still puffed up with the pride, is very arrogant, very rude, very lustful, very short tempered, very possessive, then all those scriptures, their knowledge is of no use. So, in other words, we can say purpose of reading Gurbani, purpose of being religious is to be free from pride, lust, anger, greed, and possessive nature. One has to be kind and selfless. So, very clear message. We have to assess ourselves. Where do we stand? We listen to the Kirtan, we listen to the discourses of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we listen to the beautiful Katha. Are we? This is the assessment for every one of us. Are we free from the five passions? Then Guru Maharaj covers the yogis who do the nivel, cleaning of inside of the body. and also perform the Kundalini Yoga, Poyangam. Poyang means snake. So there's a nerve that is curled up at the back of the spine, and yogis through yogic practices straighten it up to get the breath in the 10th gate so they can have that experience. But that too is not going to help. If one is still proud, lustful, short tempered, possessive, it's not going to help because these passions are in the way of realization of God. They are the obstacles. In Japji Sahib Bani, Guru Maharaj describes a very, very strong wall between us and God. And that wall is made up of these five passions. If सचियारा होइए कि कूड़ा टुटा पाल. Kooda means falsehood. Pal means a wall. How we can shatter and demolish the wall of falsehood which stands between us and God? Answer is Hukum Razai Chalna Nanak Likhya Naam. Only if we walk in God's will, submit to God, then we have chance. And what is God's will? Amrit Vela Sachnao Vidyai Vichar. Make every moment of your day and night Amrit Vela. You can't just meditate in the morning and be vicious to people in the afternoon. You have to make all the time during 24 hours Amrit Vela. Amrit means to revitalize, to rejuvenate. And we rejuvenate when we remember God. Akha Jiva. Jiva means to rejuvenate, to be enlightened. When I praise God and remember God, I am enlightened. Amrit Vela Sachnav Vadyai Vichar. Akha Jiva Visra Mar Jao. But when I forget God, it is like living in the dark age. And it's not, it's as good as dead. एक घड़ी ना मिलते तां कलयुग होता हुन कद मिलिए प्रिय तुद भगवंता. When I forget you, God, it feels to me I'm living in Kaljug and I'm being punished. I suffer terribly. But when I remember you, it feels like I'm in bliss. There's so much joy. तुद चित आए महा आनंदा जिस विसरै सो मर जाए. दयाल होवे जिस ऊपर करते सो तुद सदा ते आए. Why? So Gurbani reveals to us what is true joy, how to be in heaven whilst we are alive. Remember, it's not possible to be in heaven after death if you are not in heaven whilst alive. So we have to be in heaven by merging with God whilst we are alive. Very, very clear message. In bid milan na jai, मैं किए कर्म अनेका. With means the ways or the methods. By following these methods, studying religious scriptures, doing yogic practices, one cannot realize God. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj shares his experience that I have tried and tested everything. In the end, what worked for me is to submit to God, to surrender to God. हार पर्यो स्वामी कै द्वारे दीजै बुद्ध विवेका रहाओ. I prayed to God that God, it is not in my control to meditate upon you, to adore you. Bless me with Vivek Buddh, the righteous intellect, that intellect by which I can remain your slave and serve you, remain obedient to you. That is called Vivek Buddh. There is a Gurdwara in Amritsar which is called Vivek Sar. In that place, Guru Hargobind Sahib Maharaj, who was the sixth Satguru of the Khalsa Panth, used to do the Katha. He used to translate Guru Granth Sahib's discourses, and all the Sangat used to enjoy that experience. Gurdwara is called Vivek Sar, where people, the devotees used to come and take away the righteous intellect from the Guru. There stands a tree where Guru Hargobind Sahib Maharaj used to tie his horse when he used to visit Vivek Sar Gurdwara. That tree stands today. It's amazing experience. When you have opportunity to go to Amritsar, visit Vivek Sar Gurdwara. It is around 10 to 15 minutes walk from Harmandir Sahib. So God blessed me with the Vivek Buddh. That worked. I was able to realize God through God's mercy when I surrendered everything. In Ananta Bani, Guru Amardeep Singh Maharaj makes us realize Tan man tan sab sop gur ko hukum maniya paiye. When you surrender and offer your body, mind, and possessions to Guru, Guru helps you to realize God. Mon payo karpati rayo nagan phiryo banmahi. Amazing. Mon means to observe silence. Nagan means to be naked. There are a lot of yogis who believe that going around naked in the forest, smearing their body with the ashes, helps them to attain that divine experience. A lot of people went quiet. They thought that keeping quiet saves the energy that helps to be closer to God. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj has revealed that you may go around naked in the forest in order to attain spirituality. You may observe silence. You may fold your both hands for long, long time. Karpati means to fold the hands and beg from God the blessings, but still it's not going to work. तट तीरथ सब धरती प्रमेयो दुबदा छुटके नाही. Tat Tirath means to go on the pilgrimage and have bath at the bank of these sacred rivers and sacred pools. One goes around the whole earth visiting all the places of pilgrimage, but still the duality remains. Dubda chutka nahi. Dubda means duality. People worship God. They go on the pilgrimage with the expectation, with the hope, and with the demand that God bless us with a bigger house, bless us with better business, bless us with children. So people have materialistic wants and wishes, which is duality. We have to pray to God to be with God and realize God's presence. to rise above the duality, because all the worldly desires and possessions, they are temporary. So Guru Maharaj has made it very clear all these practices are not going to help in realization of God if you are in duality and you are affected by pride, lust, anger, greed, attachment, and possessive nature. Can't be any simpler. This gives all of us the weighing scale to assess ourselves, where we stand. Everyone thinks I'm super religious. People call themselves Khalsa. Some people call them Sant. Some call them Baba. This is the real test. All of us need to assess ourselves against the criteria Guru Maharaj has defined. Man kamna tirth jai basyo sir karvat tarai. Now, there are so many people in this world, they believe that if they live at a sacred place, a lot of people have retired and they bought their houses very close to Harmandir Sahib. There are a lot of Hindus who, after retirement or when they are very ill, they go to a place called Banaras, which is supposed to be very sacred place for Hindus. There was a TV program on BBC channel. How people at the end of their life, when they feel they are going to die, they try and live in the hotels in Banaras, so that belief is if they die in Banaras, they will go to heaven directly, which Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is making clear that's not possible. If all your life you have been a vicious person, you haven't been able to develop love for God, you haven't realized God, how dying in Banaras going to help you? It's not going to help you. So Guru Maharaj elaborates on that fact. Man kamna tirth jai basyo sir karvat trai. People have this man kamna. Kamna means desire, that we should live on the sacred place. And some people, they go to the extreme. They ask the Pandits and Brahmins to cut their body apart with the saw just to prove that they are detached from the material. They have achieved the salvation. And they offer all their belongings and possessions to the Pandits and Brahmins. Guru Maharaj discards that belief. I don't agree with that. It's not possible. मन की मैल ना उतरे एह बिद जे लख जतन कराए. Even though you are claiming that you are detached from the material, but you still haven't realized God. The mind still remains filthy. अनेक कामनी हैवर गैवर बहु पे दान दातारा अन्न वस्त्र भूम बहु अर्पे न मिलिए हर द्वारा. Kanik means gold. Kamini means woman. Haver means horses. Gaver means elephants. Bohobid dan datara. Bohobid means many other ways. People donate. They donate the wealth, the gold, ornaments, different kind of animals. People donate grain, clothes, which is an. Bastra. Bastra means clothes. An means grain. न मिलिए हर द्वारा. But still, they cannot realize the door of God's palace. They can't enter the God's palace. Reason? Duality and five passions. पूजा अर्चा बंधन दंडोत खट कर्मा रत रहता. That's amazing. Then people perform different religious rites. And Guru Maharaj talks about six rites which every Hindu should perform. They are like Jap, Hom, Sandhya, Ishnan, Dev Acharan, and Akhit Puja. So there's a description, but it means is you do charity work, you worship God, you do your nitnem like practices, you do the home, so all sorts of things. But Guru Maharaj makes it very clear. हो करत बंधन में परया न मिलिए ए जुगता. Ho means me and me and me. Look how great I am. Look how much wealth I have. I'm the best. Because of that ego, because of that feeling, one loses his precious opportunity of human life. सिद्ध जोग सिद्ध आसन 84 ये भी कर रहे. Then one performs the yogic asanas, the practices. There are 84 different yogic postures. And yogis believe that if one masters all these 84 postures, achieves the spirituality, divine experience. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj makes it very clear this is not going to help you either. वडी आर्जा फिर जन्मे हर स्यों संग न गया. Vadi Arja. Vadi means long. Arja means life. So through yogic practices, people try to have their life longer. They want to live longer. In Japji Sahib Bani we read, ਜੇ ਜੁਗ ਚਾਰੇ ਆਰਜਾ ਹੋਰ ਤੂੰ ਸੁਣੀ ਹੋਏ ਨਵਾਂ ਖੰਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣੀਐ ਨਾਲ ਚਲਾ ਸਭ ਕੋਈ. Yogi, through yogic practices, they live long, for long time. The yogi who came to meet Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, his age was over 250 years. So it is possible. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj reveals living longer doesn't mean that you are going to be able to meet God. Because you haven't developed loving relationship with God. Guru Harkishan Sahib was only 8 years old when he left his physical body. But by the age of 4, he had realized God. So his life was fruitful. But on the other hand, people who live for 100 years and do not attain union with God, their life is wasted. So that is what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is making us realize. राज लीला राजन की रचना करया हुक्म अफारा सेज सोहनी चंदन चोआ नरक घोर का द्वारा. Now people who live a royal life, they are very powerful. Whatever they say, that happens. Their command is very powerful. They have beautiful beds, beautiful houses decorated nicely. But Guru Maharaj describes, despite all this comfort and luxury, they are making their way into the deep hell. Narak means hell, Kor means very deep, very terrible. Because they have failed to realize God. They have failed to save themselves or liberate themselves of the five passions. They are living in duality. Right in the end, Guru Maharaj now concludes what will work. So in the Rahau Pankti, in the line before the word Rahau, Guru Maharaj explains that we have to surrender to God to be able to realize God. हार पर्यो स्वामी के द्वारे दीजय बुद्ध विवेका. God bless me with the righteous intellect, discerning intellect, so I can serve you. And how to serve? Amrit Vela, Sach now, Vadiyai Vichar. Make every moment of the day, every moment of 24 hours, Amrit Vela. You live in remembrance of God. सास सास सिमरो गोविंद मन अंतर के उतरै चिंद. Then you will have no chind, no worries, no stress, no fear. You live a life of love and kindness and selflessness. And Amrit Vela Sach now, Vidyai Vichar, contemplate upon the glorious praises of God, is called Kirat. And Guru Maharaj begs God for that blessing. हर कीरत साध संगत है सिर कर्मन का कर्मा. God bless me with your adoration so that in the company of holy people who serve you, who are your true devotees, I can adore you as well. This is the best deed in this Kaljug. Sir Karman Ka Karma. Karman means deed. Karam. Sir means head, the highest. This is the highest deed. This is the supreme deed to sing God's glorious praises with mind, with thought, and through actions. God is kind. Through action, we have to express this kindness, practice that kindness in the society, within the family. Then our meditation is complete. कहो नानक तिस भयो प्रापत जिस पूरब लिखे का लहना. But Guru Maharaj makes it very clear. There are a lot of people who pray to God, but only those with right intentions, pure intentions, God listens to their prayer and they are blessed with the blessing of God's Sifat Salah, the adoration. Tero Sevak Ehu Man Mata. Tero Sevak Eh Rang Mata. Rang means color, but it implies the color of love. Mata means intoxicated. Sevak means your devotee. Your devotee is immersed in your love, God. I'm intoxicated with your devotion. It's so amazing. It is giving me so much happiness and pleasure. Payo Kirpal Deen Dukh Panjan Har Har Kirtan Eho Man Rata Rahao Duja. So this is the second Rahao of the Hukamnama, that when we pray to God like a humble slave, God becomes merciful, removes all the sufferings, removes all the bad karmas, wipes out the past karmas, and one relishes and enjoys the pleasure of God's union. Har Har Kirtan Eho Man Rata. Wow. So we're going to move on to the translation in Punjabi. Time is very limited. Apologies. ਪਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਭਾਈ. ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨੇ. ਜੋਗੀ, ਪੰਡਤ, ਬ੍ਰਾਹਮਣ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਕਰਮ ਨੇਫਲ ਨੇ. ਜੇ ਦੁਬਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਛੁਟਕਾਰਾ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ. ਦੁਬਦਾ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਹੈ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਰ ਦੁਨਿਆਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮੰਗਣੀਆਂ. ਇਹ ਦੁਬਦਾ. ਜੇ ਪੰਜ ਜਨ ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਲੋਭ ਮੋਹ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਛੁਟਕਾਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਮਰਜੀ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰ ਲੇ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਰਜੀ ਕਰਮ ਕਰ ਲੇ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਨੇਫਲ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ. ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਛਾਵਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ. ਹਾਰ ਪਰਿਓ ਸੁਆਮੀ ਕੈ ਦੁਆਰੇ, ਦੀਜੈ ਬੁੱਧ ਵਿਵੇਕਾ। ਤੇ ਇਹ ਦਾਤ ਮੰਗਣੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਰਹਿਮਤ ਕਰਨ। ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ, ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਲਾਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਫਤਿਹ ਦੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਣੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਰ ਕੀਰਤ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ, ਸਿਰ ਕਰ ਮਨ ਕੈ ਕਰਮਾ। ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਿਸ ਭਇਓ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ, ਜਿਸ ਪੁਰਬ ਲਿਖੇ ਕਾ ਲਹਿਣਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।